It's the duo that you love the most, covering events from coast to coast. That podcast is all about the fun with your hosts, LPiddy and Jon Jon. Chirping about gossip like chickadees. Turn up the cast and enjoy the tea. The podcast with the beauty and the brawn. One's a gay turkey and the other is a black swan. It's that podcast. It's that podcast. It's that podcast. Live from the Jon Jon and Company studio in Denver, Colorado, it's that podcast. And now, here are your hosts, LPiddy and Jon Jon.
Hey, what? We back again.
It's me, Valentina. Oh, wait, no, I don't know. Okay.
It sounds like we're recording in a bathroom.
And it's because we are.
We absolutely are. And we are in a gender-neutral bathroom.
Yes.
Which allows us both to be in here at this time.
Exactly. Equality. Am I right?
Am I right?
No, we're actually in a conference room right now because we're going to tell you about that here in a few.
Oh, that's coming. Talk about a hard tease.
Yes.
Or a deep tease.
Oh. Now that I think about it, deep tease sounds like you're like really teasing your hair. That's what I feel like. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I feel like we're in a concert hall. That's what we sound like.
It's true.
Yeah.
Acapella. I mean, not acapella. What is that called? Acoustics. We've got good acoustics in here.
Acapella.
Acapella, motherfucker. Now, LPiddy.
Yes.
I'm Jon Jon.
Nice to meet you.
And you are
LPiddy.
And we're hashtag that podcast.
I didn't know what you were doing.
Just that part we do at the start of every show.
That we didn't do at the start of the show?
No, but that's okay. Let's get right into it today. It's time for shout outs. Who you got on that shout out list, girl?
Oh, not too many people, but they're equally as important words.
As she pulls out a fucking scroll. All right, who's up on your sticky note list?
I want to give a shout out to Chase and Annalise.
Ooh, Chase and Annalise.
Yes, I work with them both now.
Oh, really? So they're they're colleagues.
Yes, but they're friends first. Yes.
I don't have any people like that in my life. You are colleagues always first, and then friends second. Sorry, unless they're my friends, but like people at work.
Yeah.
No, mama.
Okay, I get that. I feel like
I'm not trying to just fuck your shout outs over. Sorry,
Colin. Suck dick. Okay.
Colin Annalisa.
The Chosen Amanda.
Oh, love her.
Did you say Colin Annalisa?
Yeah, I'm a listener.
Okay. Chase and Annalise. And see, now I'm saying her name
Happy
wrong.
birthday, you two.
Oh,
so it's Chase and Annalisa.
Annalise,
we love you.
Only I love you, apparently. Okay. Secondly, the Chosen Amanda, because I just love her.
I love her. Yes, she's an awesome YouTuber,
Yes.
and your Twitter friend.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know what you want me to say for that.
No, that's all.
We're gonna collab one day. That's all I can tell you. So. You know.
Yeah, and she's across the states.
Yeah, I was gonna say across the street. She's just across the street, but we've
never met
at all.
I literally have people like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I digress.
Oh, hey, neighbor. Okay.
Hey, Karen.
My name is Sharon.
My name is...
Yeah.
Is that who your next shout out is?
No, it's actually Jen.
Oh, Jen!
Yeah, so I just wanted to shout her out some. But...
The Jen that was on this podcast?
Yes.
Oh, shout out to you, girl.
Yes.
So we did a episode with Jen. It was called hashtag That Pettycast.
That's true.
And it was such a petty episode.
Yes, we need to have her back too.
We really do.
Yeah.
Well, my... shout outs. First, I want to give a shout out to all of our new friends that we recently made at the Colorado Meetup group.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Colorado YouTube Meetup group. It wasn't just a Colorado Meetup group. All things Colorado.
Guys, let's get together and talk about mountains.
Mountains. How do you say it?
Mountains. You don't pronounce the T.
Mountains.
Nobody pronounces the T.
Oh.
It's only you.
Mountains.
Mountain. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I'm going to go climb a mountain. Mountain.
Hey.
Then why the T in there, girl?
Because it's silent.
Oh, that's the T. that's the T right there. Mountain. That's the T. Mm-hmm. The house. Shade. That's right. Or as we like to say, Sade. A hot mess.
Yes.
Parade.
But continue with your shout outs.
I think you meant Shout outs.
As you can see, our original soundboard is back. We're actually back next to the Jon Jon and Co. studios.
That's right, because we're in the bathroom next to it.
Yeah.
And here's the audience. Thank you.
Yeah. Please get out of the bathroom. We're trying to pee.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for applauding me and peeing.
I wonder if there's a pee-pee sound effect. Nope, that's just when I pull out my pee-pee. Sorry, baby. It's really more like...
I don't know. I think you should get that checked. I don't know.
And my final shout out is, of course, my babies, Omar and Sam.
Yes. And you know what's amazing?
What is amazing, LPiddy?
They're actually here right now. Oh my gosh, Sam and Omar. Welcome.
Welcome to the bathroom.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome to the bathroom. Yeah.
Where it's really fun.
And we like to pee here because it's a bathroom. I don't know why we're making a song about peeing.
As you hear this shifting, we're
Yes.
shifting around the tables for
Yes.
microphones.
So now Jon Jon and I are cuddling, if you can imagine this.
That's right.
Yes. Sam and Omar. Yes.
Now, we know Sam and Omar, of course, from my recent trip to DragCon this year.
Yes.
Now, you guys know #That Podcast covers RuPaul's DragCon every year. And this year, I got the pleasure of going and vlogging.
Yes.
Yeah. And I, of course, met these two Judies.
Yes, you did.
Why don't you guys tell us the story of how we met?
So
I was like, I don't have any music ready. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That was it.
we were standing in line for Trixie Cosmetics, and Jon Jon and his boo thang were standing in front of us. Unfortunately, we didn't get to meet Miss LPiddy until our recent
Yes,
trip here.
yes.
So
That's
current
right.
trip, I should say.
Yes.
But,
Because you're here right now.
yes, I'm here
flesh.
now
Yes.
in the flesh.
Right there.
And I noticed that Jon Jon had a jacket on with his face all over.
Yes.
All over with
I
blue.
was like, by the way, there was my jacket there. Just
which is actually is right over there.
yeah,
Yes.
there's this. Yeah,
Yes.
that's the infamous jacket. Yes.
So.
Yeah,
Yes.
And I think we were throwing shade at somebody, and
Yeah,
we
more
had
than
concurred on the shade of it all.
Yes.
And we became instant friends and spent the entire DragCon together pretty
I love
much.
that.
Ended up staying in the same hotel by Kawinky Dink. And,
Oh, nice.
It was
Yeah.
kismet, if you will, kismet.
Kismet. Kismet.
Oh, you pronounce that T? Okay, bitch. Oh, no, it's not kisme?
The T is at the
Oh,
end.
no, that's a city in Florida. Where is there a cricket sound effect?
Hit that shade button again, please. Shot of hate.
Kisame.
Like I
It was
had a top
awesome.
of my sticky note. Sticky note queen.
She pulling out that scroll again. And it was epic. DragCon, I gotta tell you, we all had so much fun at DragCon. You in
Always.
years
did.
past,
Oh, yeah.
you guys have been going
Yeah.
for a couple years.
Twice.
And what would you guys say is your favorite thing? This is not a RuPaul's DragCon podcast, but it could be.
Right. If you want it to be.
But what do you guys think is your favorite thing about DragCon?
personally, I like the fact that you have an opportunity to go meet the queens. And I mean, let's be honest, sometimes it's more like line con than drag con. You
Heard
Yeah.
that.
stand
Oh, yeah.
in line for hours on end. But some of the gals really have it put together. Like one of my favorite things, or one of my favorite lines to stand in was actually Adore Delano.
Adore.
Yeah,
love her.
Fucking cool.
She actually had like a ticket system.
Oh.
So,
Smart.
like raffle ticket system. They're like, hey, you know, we're cutting the line off for today, but if you guys want to come back tomorrow and have a guaranteed spot in line,
Here's a
well,
ticket.
here's a raffle ticket. You tell me what day you want. They write it down. You still have to wait in line. It's not like
Right.
an express pass or anything, but you're guaranteed to meet her that day.
Oh, that's really cool.
Oh, that's wicked cool.
Bless
And
you.
I wish
I think that
more
was
queens
amazing.
would do that.
The person being blessed was Omar from a sneeze.
Yes.
Omar from a sneeze. You heard it here first, folks.
What's your favorite part?
Pretty much my favorite part is actually it's everybody to come in, and no matter who you are or what you are, nobody's throwing shade at you. Nobody's talking shit to you.
Yeah.
Except for us in line at Trixie.
We'll keep it close.
No, but you don't do it to people's faces. You don't want to hurt feelings.
No,
Right.
It's very much like
It's the general shade. Like
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
shade
Right.
understandment.
Yeah.
Right.
Understandment.
So-
Did I just
some-
make up a word?
She's understandment.
understandment.
Next week on the understandment.
Just very educal, okay?
You was so smart. Educal.
No, it's shade that you would throw to a good Judy.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
You know,
Yeah.
and I agree with Omar. It's very much like a tribe. I feel like I'm leaving a part of myself back in LA every time.
Yes.
Every time we leave, it's because
It's like-
I wish the world was like DragCon is, and it's just
Right. But
Not.
not really, because I mean it's crazy. You're standing in line, so stay home. Let us
yeah,
know.
stay home.
Yeah, just kidding.
It's almost like a more inclusive Pride.
Yeah.
Right? Like Pride is like a certain community, of course, that we fought years and years for, but it feels even more inclusive for DragCon.
Yeah.
Right? Like all of
Yeah.
our straight brothers and sisters, our allies, like everyone in this room. Hello.
I'm not the only straight person for once.
No, this is literally the first time
You're
I've been outnumbered.
Yeah.
You're outnumbered.
Shade.
Don't worry, I'm still the only single one, so we're doing great.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I do want to bring up something because I just think it's ridiculous before we get into our day. Ridiculousness, like the show.
Ridiculous.
Before we get into our day, we need to talk about the chicken sandwich again.
Chicken sandwich.
What was that noise?
I have no idea.
Oh, it might have been next
If
door.
those of
That
you
was a
heard
Spencer.
that sound effect, it was not intentional.
Yeah.
But it worked out really well.
It sure did.
Perfect timing.
Chicken sandwich.
Now, have you guys had the Popeyes chicken sandwich?
I have
No.
not.
No.
Us either.
Yeah.
Like, did you guys listen to the last episode? We called our good Judy Ryan. She gave us a full report on it,
Full one.
and she indicated, and I use she in the gay way. She's a he, but she had bought Popeyes, and she rated it a 7, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So
7 out
not
of
great,
10.
not so bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's been going down with the Popeye sandwich. We were talking about it on Monday.
Yeah.
We was talking on Tuesday, and so now we're talking about it on a Wednesday.
Yes, we are.
I hope it's Wednesday.
So
It's
here's the
Wednesday.
thing.
It's Wednesday.
A bunch of fights broke out across the United States.
Yeah.
And like one person got killed over it. Like they got stabbed.
Murdered.
Yeah.
Because I guess he cut in line or something. and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody was mad and they got out. Altercation happened and then someone
Right.
got stabbed and died.
He cut in line.
Like I love my food. Don't get me wrong.
Same.
Heard that?
I'm not gonna kill somebody over or fight someone over it. Like,
I can't say the same.
right?
I would agree with that, Omar. 150%.
Yeah.
I mean, if you steal my food like from my plate, yeah, I'm gonna throw down. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to a restaurant. I don't get or like somebody cuts. I'm not gonna like.
Let me add a piece to that.
Okay.
What if you were in line and you were the next one to get the chicken sandwich, yet the person in front of you cut you and got the last one? Would you kill?
I might just trip. Like, oh, you fell. Oh no.
Excellent. What
Still
a
the same.
wonderful woman.
Yes.
Would you kill?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah. He said yeah.
I got something similar to that, but
Right.
Yes, I would kill 100%.
man, I will clench my fist and grind my teeth, but no,
Right.
I wouldn't do that. And that's too much.
Over some food.
Yeah. Well, I got a good one example for you. Like we go a lot to it's called a homeroom. It's a mac and cheese place back in Oakland. So it's one of our places we always go to. So of course you have to go sign a sign sheet to get in, and wait your turn, and the hostess will come seat you. So we go, and every time
He's gonna
when
shade you
she's
right now.
yeah, I'm going.
He's gonna shade the shit
I think
out
he's
of me
going
right
to shade you. Shade you.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much we're waiting, and she's like, okay, we're gonna be next, because she's checking the list, and we're next in line. We get jumped by 3 or 4 times.
What?
Well, because
Oh, you mean like? Oh my God! I thought you.
Oh,
I was like, hold on, you got fucked up for a line? Shit! What kind of restaurant y'all have in Oakland? Fuck.
It's mac and cheese.
No, it's-
But they jumped ahead of you.
well, yeah, because we're only 2, and they have bigger tables, that bigger parties are coming in. So every single time it's like they're giving away my mac and cheese.
I do.
I'm like, calm down, it's fine, it's all right, don't worry about it.
Another ball.
Yeah, exactly.
In my defense.
Here we go.
In my defense.
It's macaroni and cheese. That's the defense.
For real.
Okay.
Which is true.
Number 1 is macaroni and cheese.
They heard
Yes.
that.
Number 2, I forgot my point.
I think you summed it up. It's macaroni and cheese.
And,
You heard it here, and that is the motherfucking
No,
point.
I remember what it is.
And the point's back.
Sorry. It's
Addendum.
It's a minimum 45 minutes usually to wait. So I'm already hangry by the time we get there. So I'm even more hangry. And then these motherfuckers start giving away my macaroni and cheese. Bitch, we got problems.
Yeah, we got big problems.
We got problems.
What is this place called? Let's drag this
It's called
place.
the homeroom.
The homeroom. Oh, you had said that,
It's
yes.
delicious, though.
Yeah.
There's a reason why there's such a long wait. It's well worth the wait.
Okay, we gotta go.
The illustrious homeroom.
So
It's
when
like
y'all
Uncle.
come to visit,
Yes.
Oh, we
we'll
come.
definitely take
We
it.
coming.
Oh, yeah.
that's a staple.
I don't
place
think
that
we
take
mentioned it. You guys are from the Bay Area.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I say Bay Area like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I just heard that term a couple times. I'm like, my friend's from the Bay Area.
from the Bay Area.
I think that's near the San
Right.
Francisco Bay.
It
I
is.
just
Correct.
need
It
to interject real quick. I just threw out my sticky note and made it like from here. It was
Hey.
great.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Kobe. It was real pumped. Yeah.
Yes.
That's Kobe. You did make it. I'm very proud of you, friend. Look at you.
Right? Usually I sometimes miss it, but not really. And then Jon Jon doesn't believe me until he looks in the trash.
That's right.
Yeah.
I say I have
That
to confirm.
Yeah.
We are journalists, frankly.
We are.
And if I'm going to report the news here on that podcast, I have to make sure it's accurate, tried, and true.
I wish the
And you
rest
heard
of the
it-
news outlets would do the exact same.
Or the rest of our podcast.
Right.
Journalists. When most people think journalism, they think hashtag that podcast. I would-
Absolutely.
At least I would
Absolutely.
say.
Yeah, yeah. Late breaking news. I made that shot, so
Yeah.
it's the truth.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank
Like
you.
Bryant Gumbel,
I will
Tom
have,
Brokaw.
I will have a
LPiddy.
press conference here in a few.
Just here in
Right.
the bathroom.
Right. I was just real nervous about making it because what if I didn't make it? Then I had to get up and like interrupt the podcast. But I made it.
But you made it.
I made it.
She's a hero. Speaking of, you actually had a hero yesterday for dinner.
Oh,
Terrible.
a euro.
Terrible.
Yep.
I was like, what did I do yesterday? Oh.
I had a
gyro.
fucking gyro.
It was
Yeah,
so
you
good.
It actually looked really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
It did look
good.
good.
I had sauce
You
on
gotta
my
char
face.
that lamb.
You gotta
char
char
that
it.
lamb.
Yeah.
That sounds so fucked up.
I know.
But I do want to open up a food truck. I do think a food truck opening gyros, and it could be called something like stupid, like I could be your gyro baby.
I could be your hero, baby.
From gyro to hero.
Oh, from gyro, is that what it's called?
Yeah, or from gyro to gyro.
There you go. There you go.
Some people be saying gyro. Y'all say gyro?
I've heard people say gyro.
To make fun of it, yeah. I mean,
Words,
I'll say
yeah.
gyro.
Words hard. Ouch.
Can I get one of those gyros?
Yeah, I heard gyros. I heard gyros or heroes.
Or
yeah.
gyros.
Oh, gyros, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gyros.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's when. Though I just gotta be honest. That's like when the white lady from the suburbs be going to Chipotle and be ordering barbacoa. I'm like, bitch, stop it! It's barbacoa.
And you're at the wrong restaurant.
It's
It's
barbacoa.
Chick-fil-A.
Barbacoa. I'm like, get out of here, Judy. Fucking Sharon ordered her barbacoa.
And I would like the chorizo.
I just that shit drives me crazy. I'm like, how did you turn so ethnic?
Yeah.
In a word.
Hi, I would like a barbacoa. Burrito.
And you know, it's funny, people don't do that shit at like good times.
No.
Right? They're not like, I'll have the guacamole burger. It's like, no, I'll have the guacamole burger.
Can I get a cheeseburger with a huevo on it?
Oh, huevo.
Actually, that's really good.
Right, it is
That
so
is
good. It's so good.
Does that mean egg?
Yes.
Yes.
Word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Name is, yeah, huevos,
Yes.
yeah.
Bilingual.
Thank God. Journalism.
Journalism. You heard it here first, folks. So yeah, we are thrilled to have Sam and Omar here
Yes.
We're
Appreciate it.
in the
here.
studio bathroom.
Yes. They'll
Like
test
very
squeeze.
cramped and
Very cramped.
Right.
room.
Right.
It's
Can you move over
true.
to the right real quick? I just need to pee.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
There's literally chairs in the bathroom. We're like,
Oh, sorry guys. Sorry.
No, that's all right, that's all right.
It's fine.
that was her asshole. Thank you.
Thank you for the comment.
yeah,
So you and I, LPiddy, we've been busy.
Yeah.
Before we met Sam and Omar at the studio today, we did something real fun.
Yeah, we slept in.
We slept. We fucking
That's
slept.
another one. Oh, yeah.
But we should backtrack, right? Because we did go to the meetup, the
Yeah.
Colorado
I
meettup.
swear you was about to say huevos rancheros. I don't know why, but
Yesterday we went to the Colorado meetup.
yes. YouTube, like and subscribe.
YouTube meetup.
I don't know.
YouTube.
Utuba.
And all of us do YouTube.
Do.
You mean Kaka YouTube?
Kaka YouTube. It's all bathroom humor because we're in the bathroom, folks.
What is this podcast? This is going to be the most popular podcast ever.
Titled hashtag that toilet.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was my mouth, believe it or not.
That was really good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I have a skill. My mouth can sound a lot like an ass.
I don't know if that's something you want to brag about.
I'm not sure
but,
that that's a
know.
good thing.
Well, as long as it sounds, not smells like it.
But the opposite is true too. My ass also sounds like I'm talking.
Yeah.
It has full conversations with people in the elevator.
Good morning.
Good morning. Literally, good morning. That's what I was thinking. Good morning.
Well, you know.
Actually, I might respond to that.
Right.
The phrase is, talking out of your ass. So.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Most
Yes.
literally.
Yes. Science.
Science. That's like what do they call it? Not a marionette, but
A puppet?
yeah, a puppet. But what do they call that?
Ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
ventriloquism with my butthole.
Yes.
That's true challenge.
This podcast, true journalism.
Somebody just walked by as you said that. Like
At least I said butthole and not asshole
No, he's not there. No
or
more.
anus. The word anus is just
Does it like make you crazy?
not really.
Oh,
but
okay.
good talking point, Jon Jon. Glad you brought that up.
Let's turn that into a
I'm
joke.
so glad you brought up anus and asshole and butthole.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the things we did today. Buttholes.
Buttholes.
Culo.
This bilingual podcast is brought to you by
Culo. I love it. So we just got back. We actually traveled across half of the state, it felt like.
Yeah.
Near
Yeah.
we can't I don't know that we
I just said laugh.
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 It is not near a city called Lafayette at all. At all. Or Boulder.
Yeah.
Nowhere near there.
Yeah.
However,
It was in the Springs.
it was no, but in all sincerity. So we just got back from a school, and we were dealing with some younger kids, like elementary school age.
Yes. That was
You
like
want to finish?
no. I'm disagreeing.
So we had the elementary school kids and some other teachers who were kind of learning how to be teachers.
Exactly. Yes.
And we got to speak about being podcasters, being YouTubers, and we got to do really, really fun activities with the kiddos.
Yes, we talked about doing commercials and making vlogs and intros, and then we also had them design some merch too.
That's right.
Yeah.
wow.
It was crazy. We did ask the kids if anyone knows what the radio is, and very little applause.
Yeah, some people do know the radio,
A
which made
smattering.
me feel good because I'm a former radio DJ. So, so I was like, oh, God.
Riveting 9.
Speaking of merch.
Speaking of merch,
Good job on that segue. Hell yeah!
we
Have
launched
launched our
merch.
improv games.
So yeah, true story. Thank you, Sam.
Yes.
Coming through in the live studio audience who's not here. Boom.
Yep.
So we just launched our merch store. That's really exciting.
Yes. And because we actually showed off our merch store to the kids, and they were like super pumped. They're like, we want some. And we're like, well, don't listen to our podcast, but yeah, buy our merch.
Yeah, that's fine.
It was really interesting how little. I mean, first of all, how little they knew about the radio, but I was really surprised that like elementary school kids knew about what podcasts were.
Right.
I thought that was really interesting.
Right. And then like they're obviously big into TikTok right now.
Oh yeah.
You got a TikTok?
No, I guess I do. I just started a second one on accident because I'm old.
I shook the children's though.
Did you?
Right? Remember, you were there.
I'm like, what part is that?
I love you, bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. I love you, bitch.
The T is silent.
She is always silent, girl.
Are you talking about the hat thing?
The hat thing.
Okay, I was like, I don't know where you're segueing to, so you need to catch me up.
Yeah.
I'm slow.
No, so on that app, ICOC. No, there's that cute video of like a beauty reveal.
Right.
And I was doing the dance, and then I revealed my hat.
Yeah.
And my hair just fell down, and the kids were shook. Like, oh my God, makeover! And I'm not kidding you. It's like, I literally thought of that as I was doing it.
It was
I had
great.
no
Oh my gosh.
preconceived notion of it, but like, if I pull my hat out right this moment, and they were just shook. Shook it.
It was beautiful though. Let me just say, it was just like slow motion. I just walked off like he's really doing this shit again.
Yeah. And it should be known, I have not cut the man bun.
No, you
I've
have
gotten
not.
tweets about this. The man bun is still there.
It is still there. I can confirm.
It's just bundled in a way that looks like I bongs.
It's a different kind of bun.
It's a mukbang.
Anyways,
I'm done here. Everyone have a good night.
just gonna slide that over real quick. I did one of the little girls. She was like, "What's your channel about? Makeup?" Because I like went a little crazy with
cute.
and I was like, "No, yeah, no."
Follow me, little girl.
Subscribe, like, comment. I'll tell your parents. No.
It was really cute. These children were pulling out their cell phones, asking what our channels were.
How old were these kids?
I mean, the youngest was 2nd grade.
Yeah.
And I think the oldest was 5th grade.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it was like a group of classes. Okay.
Okay, so like 10 and under, and they all have cell phones?
Yeah.
I think so. It's children.
Squeeze me baking powder, pork and beans?
It's exactly right. It was like, what are you doing? And she's pulling out her phone, talking about. And I had to ask the little girl. I said, "Girl, are you supposed to have your cell phone out? Because I'm not trying to get you or me in trouble."
Right.
I'm like, I know we're breaking some sort of compliance law
I'm sure.
in the elementary school.
Right. Cops break in. Just put that phone away. What's going on?
And on our way up there, it was real cool because we got word that we had access to audio material, video recording devices, iPads, arts and crafts, a full supply closet.
Right. So they have a really cool program, and I was talking to our friend. I
We
can
can
say
say her
that. Okay.
name.
I was like, can I say that? We were talking to our friend Ashley, and she's like, there's a lot of different after school programs that people actually pay for, but this is the free one. We actually got a grant. We got all this cool equipment and everything like that. I'm just like,
This is wicked cool.
I wish I had this when I was younger. So.
Yeah. And every week they kind of focus on a different thing. And this week was that whole social media thing. So we were able to kind of develop a lesson plan surrounding the supplies.
Exactly.
So LPiddy did something really fucking cool.
Always.
Yes, and in honor of course, the recent merch store we opened.
Yes.
We tasked the kids. Why don't you tell them?
So,
He's like, pass it on to you. Here you go.
right.
That's you in the studio.
Thanks, Jon Jon. Over and out. Back to this news story. Jon Jon. Rude. No kidding. No. Sade. But I had the kids create their own merch. It didn't have to be like podcast merch or anything like that, but like something they wanted. So like we saw a lot of water bottles being made, t-shirts, pants. One little girl actually did a shirt like in honor of us, like just like us, like all the same, just like it was super cute. So we're gonna, I know, right?
I didn't see that, so it's the same just like us?
Yeah, so I have them here. So I'm gonna actually post the artwork on our Instagram.
Yay.
Love it.
Yes, hashtag that podcast. That's our
Yeah, just all the words.
Yeah, all the words.
Yeah.
That's all the words.
No, it was really interesting. The first thing we were asked, and this both broke my heart and also really propelled me to make sure that I drive an important message home.
Right.
This little girl, adorable. I won't say her name, but I just adore her.
Yeah.
And she rolled up to us, and she's the one with the cell phone, and she goes, "How many subscribers you guys have?" And it was the first thing she asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as important, and you guys know how much we love all you listeners, right? We shared with the class, we're at 17 million listens on this fucking podcast.
Exactly.
Which is amazing.
Right.
But we expressed to the kids that as cool and important as that number is, it really means nothing.
Exactly.
Right? In the grand scheme of what we're doing, it's important for us to just put ourselves out there.
Exactly.
Whether you have 0 subscribers or 150,000.
Exactly.
Create. And I think that was a really cool message to be able to say,
Yeah.
guys, it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, just create. Just
be you.
Do something that you like to do.
And
So
we had kind of talked about that last night at the meetup that we had for YouTube Colorado meetup. Like and subscribe.
Like
Whole
and
state.
subscribe. Holla.
So we had talked about that kids these days are usually saying like, "Oh, what do you want to be when you grow up?" "I want to be a YouTuber."
That's right.
And really the main purpose of YouTube when it initially started was for people like us, everyday
right.
people, to have an outlet to speak,
Right.
what you're interested about, make you feel like you're part of some kind of community. And I think as YouTube has progressed and stuff like that, people are kind of starting to lose sight of the fact that that's actually the purpose of
exactly.
YouTube.
The reason, for us all to have a voice, no matter how big or how small. And you're exactly right, girl. I mean, it's just a matter of expressing ourselves. And that's why YouTube was so huge when we all started. Back in the old days.
Back in the days.
I sat at the table and I said, "You won't believe this, little girl." I said, "I remember the world when there was no YouTube."
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding you. She says, It's true.
What did you do?
There also was a social media platform called MySpace.
What
is that?
That sounds old. But the one big thing, the takeaway I thought was TikTok is huge in this generation.
Yeah.
Those kids, and for them to have something that is applicable to their life, like
Right.
that they care about at that age, and it was YouTube.
Right.
And you had some really cool merch designs that came up.
I sure did. Oh my gosh, there was one girl who she was one of the undergrad students. She drew like a hoodie with like the
This shit was psych.
Oh my gosh.
This shit was psych.
Wait.
Or sick.
Okay, this shit was psych.
This shit is psych.
Anyways, no, I'm kidding. But she like on the bottom of the hoodie, it was just like the Colorado skyline with mountains.
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 I
I know what I said.
I said what I said.
I said what I said. I also don't pronounce these. And she also made a beanie with mountains on the brim, I guess. I don't know, like when you roll it up and it's like a
Yeah,
little,
the flat.
yeah, that thing. And then they also made Galaxy socks too, because who doesn't want Galaxy
doesn't want
socks?
those?
Yeah.
Or
Hello.
Galaxy
As long as it
Yeah.
has Jon Jon's face on it. too.
Exactly.
I mean,
right?
Zoe.
Right.
I would definitely
Yeah.
wear that. Actually,
Right.
make one of yours, one of yours.
Right. We
That's
probably
right.
need to like hit up our like person who made our jackets and be like, can you sell these for us? I'm just making
For real though.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should
So-
look into that.
I mean, the kids, like when they first saw us in the jackets, were just looking at us like,
Yeah, they love the jackets.
yeah. But yes, there
Like,
are.
who are those ladies? Hashtag that podcast. That was really cute though. And then my lesson with them was recording YouTube intro videos.
Yes.
So it was really, really simple. They just welcomed them to the channel and they had to make up a channel that they were having.
Yes.
And we used an iPad and they saw each other.
Yeah.
And it was really, really cute. It was really interesting to how nervous they got.
Exactly.
Like,
Speaking of which, I also did commercials. I did voice recording with some of the students.
with the audio, that's right.
Yeah. And yeah, they were a little nervous at first, but they were like really good.
Yep.
Like after they get over that first little hump, they're like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, let's do this.
That's when they just started soaring. You're exactly right. Like,
Exactly.
just try it 1 or 2 times.
It was great.
And it's also weird to YouTube in a group of people, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
when you're doing it in a room alone, it's
Yeah.
more
yeah.
conducive.
It's all on you, yeah.
But yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah, I made them press the record button, everything. I'm like, you got to learn what it's like to YouTube, right?
As-
Like, you press that record button and run your ass back to the chair.
Right. It's
Little girl.
figure out those cameras. Like there was like they have cameras too, like little cameras, and we're like
Digital cameras, that's
yeah,
right.
we
Digital
couldn't figure
ones,
out how to
yeah.
record them, and then one little kid figured it out, and we're like, oh,
Yeah, well, that made me
Fine.
feel really
Yeah.
old.
No.
yeah,
My grill just used the iPad.
right. Come on, man, this is my cell phone camera.
You just hold it down, it starts recording.
I have 20 megapixels in my camera.
You know what did crack me up? That one girl, I can't say her name, but one of the girls kept calling me sis.
Oh,
And I
really?
thought it was the funniest thing. I mean, this child is like, okay, sis. And I'm like, but you could tell it was a little bit sassy, but
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Oh my
I wanted
God.
to be liked. I needed a follower, so I
Yeah.
just humored her.
I
I said, pull out that Twitter, girl. I'm like, that's real funny, sis.
Let me see your phone real quick. Follow.
we did
Subscribe.
We did gain like 10 followers.
We did. And, like we had kids like coming up to us and like, is this your channel? Yeah. Subscribe.
Subscribe, get extra credit.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right.
Nice.
It
Right.
was so cute.
Right. So I don't even know how many. Not that many.
Thank you, children.
Right.
Children are our future,
I
and you
believe
should
the
subscribe.
children are the
Let it take
future.
away.
And I guess a perfect segue at this point. Sam, why don't you tell the world about your YouTube channel and where everyone can find you?
So, well, I guess mine's somewhat a little complicated to look up, just because.
Hey, what we'll do is we'll link it in this episode, so it'll be really easy for people to find.
Yes.
But what is your name on YouTube?
My name on YouTube is Samantha M.
Samantha M, y'all.
There's a lot in there, but
Yes.
But it is the Samantha M, folks.
yes, yeah.
But follow her channel because she's very, very funny,
Hilarious.
and she's very, very talented.
Yes.
She a makeup queen, y'all.
Makeup queen.
So, and that's dangerous these days.
It's true. We were talking about that too on yesterday. On the yesterday, yes.
On the
we're-
yesterday.
We do know that because the as open and inclusive as it all is, it is also really toxic in cases.
Oh yeah.
Right? We've all had our fair share of haters, whether that be publicly on the platform, outside of it, or
It's all around.
Yeah. I just had a
all
hater
around.
this week. It was great. I dragged him. Sorry about it.
that was
Yeah.
a mess. I don't really like to give the haters any Gatorade. Haterade.
No,
Gatorade.
There we go.
The
And
haterade.
the haterade. No, I really don't like to give them airtime.
Yeah.
But listen, if I find that motherfucker who dislikes every single one of my YouTube videos, I'm coming to your social media and I'm disliking everything.
We reporting everything.
That's what I'm telling y'all. It's like Law and Order SVU. It's someone close to me. It ain't no fucking stranger, okay?
No.
I'm like,
They know your schedule.
he might
they
be
got-
sleeping in my bed.
I doubt that.
Can you imagine? My boo thing every day is just disliking my YouTube. Dislike. Takes up too much of his time. Dislike.
Hello, Jon Jon. I'm just
Dislike.
liking your videos right now in your bed.
I'm going to turn dislike and make it positive. And I'll just refer to it as dislike.
Like that.
I was doing pantomime work.
Yeah, it was great.
Like that like.
Yeah.
Hashtag that like.
Yeah.
Listen, not every joke works, people, and that's the lesson behind journalism. That's really what we're teaching here.
Science.
Science. Teaching here for you all. But no, I got to tell you, that whole event was really, really fun.
It was awesome.
was.
Yes.
And really, really, the last couple nights, and then we went to Steuben's last night.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Not sponsored.
No.
but
No,
feel
but
free.
it was very, very good.
Chicken and waffles, man.
Yes.
Chicken and waffles.
I got the just the chicken,
fried
and I
chicken.
shared this with you guys yesterday. I really thought it was chicken tenders, so I ended up being disappointed, but by my own doing. It's like, you stupid bitch! You ordered fried chicken. I'm like, this wasn't tenders.
I scratched myself.
Ow.
It could be the ghost.
The ghost is back.
So we had an issue.
We did.
We had what is the issue, y'all?
No, like a year ago, we were starting to record. We posted on the YouTube behind the scenes.
On the YouTubes.
On the YouTube. Yes, you could follow us there too. And there's some audio of a faint voice in the background.
Cute. Love that for you.
Yes. Keep in mind, it was like probably around like this time, maybe even like 9 o'clock at night, and we're just like, okay. Not
And
a lot
literally,
of
we're
time to
sitting in
go.
our office,
Yeah.
right? And then we go into the hallway. No one's in the hallways. No one's obviously in the office with us.
Yeah.
Very strange.
It was super
Very
weird.
strange.
Yeah. No cleaning people or anything like that. It was
Yeah,
super weird.
spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky ooky. Artichoke. So there's
Guacamole.
that. Guacamole.
Huevos ranchero.
I had that for breakfast.
Ooh.
It was
really?
delicious.
Over at Snooze.
At Snooze.
Oh yeah, baby.
I had string cheese because I have a problem.
Yeah, you
String
did.
cheese.
It was so good.
On the way to the event, you're like, stop at a Starbucks.
Yeah. I'm like, I only had string cheese today.
I'm like, no problem.
That girl.
Click, 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 click. That's my blinker. Click, click, click. Taking my turn, girl. I'm giving you guys the picture. Jeebs.
And then we almost hit 2 old ladies because we were walking in the middle of the road. So,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
something we've
we
noticed
got
about
close to it, yeah.
this area.
They just love to travel outside.
They
Dude,
I just love to be walking.
I'm like, get your ass in a car.
folks just walk across the middle of the street. They just walk when you got the green light, and they're
Yep.
like, "Oh hey,
Yep.
I see
We're
you, but I don't
pedestrians.
see you. I'm
Right.
just gonna take my time."
That's
Hit me.
right.
So here's the thing. As you know, in California, Colorado's cost of living is super high. So they're like, hit me, pay my bills.
That's right. Pay my rent. Or mortgage if you wealthy.
Yeah.
You know, it's true. I noticed that in California, everyone waits for the stoplight. Like, and
Yeah.
I find it weird. I'm like, okay, there's no cars coming.
As we run across the street.
Literally.
And then you get hit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, we actually experienced that today when we were in a shopping area or whatever. Omar and I were waiting for the little walking dude to light up, and like
No one else.
3 or 4 other people were just like, "Fuck
Just
that! I'm
like,
walking across the street."
Yeah.
And I told my husband, I'm like, "I guess we're the weird ones,
Yep.
just standing
Yeah.
here
Yeah,
waiting
just
for the
standing
walking man to
Just
turn off."
abiding the rules and the laws, whatever.
A
Here's
bunch
that.
of them did it in front of
What
like
cop?
a cop.
Oh, yeah, the cops
Oh,
don't give a
cops
shit out of
shit.
it. Nope.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where the fuck are
You're right.
Yeah.
And I think you guys were the ones telling us you would get a ticket in California.
Oh,
right? I mean, they would pull your ass
absolutely. You
over.
would get pulled over.
Absolutely. You get
Yeah.
a ticket
Oh,
for
yeah.
jaywalking, you get a ticket for all the things.
Not here. These motherfuckers are always in the street.
Right. Giving us high fives, too. It's kind of weird.
Absolute shenanigans.
Yeah.
It really is.
I actually was driving home one time and I saw one of the
Just
cops.
one time.
Yeah, just one.
Just once.
I
One
usually
time,
walk
one time.
Well, actually, I fly on my helicopter. So fancy.
Two time.
Killing me softly. Okay, but I was like turning, I saw a cop and I just waved at him. I was like, hey, he's like waving back. He's like, hey. So we're just having a waving match. Like, my cops are great.
Yeah, the Colorado cops are very friendly because
Yeah.
my booth thing gets very upset with me when I'm in the car. I have a tendency to honk at police officers.
Okay. Why?
Because, okay, so first of all, I do not think it's appropriate. If you literally, I got very upset. This is the one time I honked, I remember. The gentleman, police officer, Denver, DPD, was taking a left off of the highway.
Okay.
And the light had turned green. And this fool was on his fucking cell phone.
Okay.
So I fucking honked.
Like, hey.
And then he looked back at me like I was crazy, and I honked again. And then he went. And then I went behind him and stayed behind him.
So he couldn't pull you over, like you slowing down, like.
And then another time I'm trying to get over in the lane, and I'm sorry. If I hit you because you're in my blind spot, that's your own damn fault. You know what a blind spot is. We were talking about this on the way up.
Yeah, we sure was. Yeah.
Just saying. And so this police officer now, okay, was driving next to me, and I'd seen him. I was like, oh, she disappeared. And turns out he was in my blind spot. So I tried to get over to the right lane, almost hit the cop, but I didn't realize it was a cop. So this motherfucker drives next to me, and I flip him off.
Damn, that's daring. All right. I like where this is going.
You, where you going? And then this fucker slams on his brakes and slows down. I'm like, I am done for. So I get over to the right lane, and then this fool just gets over and does not pull me over. I don't know how, in God's grace, that I got away from that.
No,
Then
he wanted
just
you to
pulled over.
sweat, girl.
Yeah.
That's what that was about.
But I was like, fool.
This motherfucker.
And I'm worried that if they pull me over, I'd be like, whose fault was this? Because it was not. I mean, like, I should be pulling you over.
Right. Citizens arrest.
Citizens arrest.
And he looked at me crazy. He's like, am I stupid in a blind spot? As I tell the story out loud, I'm being a little more reflective about it. And it seems as if I might have been the problem in both of these incidents.
I had a similar story to that. I was driving through my town going home, and I almost T-boned a police officer.
Oh, no.
Granted, bitch had the green light. I had the green light. It was early in the morning.
Hold on,
was
I think you
home.
meant bone an officer.
Because we can pronounce T's.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Someone's got
Excuse
boned
me.
by an officer.
Yes.
Her eyes got big. She said,
I
I ain't fucking the police.
It's okay. It was before me, so it's fine. It was before me, so it's okay. It's in the past, baby.
It's in the past.
So, yes, I almost boned a police officer.
Did you hear that, Omar?
So I had the green light, and he like stopped in front of me, and I'm sitting there, and I just kind of like put my hands up, like I don't know.
I'm innocent.
I don't know what you want me to do. You are blocking me from going, and he just kind of sat there for a little while and stared at me, and I'm like, girl,
move.
Where are you going?
You cut me off. It's my green light, fool. He didn't have his lights on. He didn't have his siren on. He was just running the light because he's a cop, and shit, I could do whatever I
You
want.
do what you
but-
do.
And also, don't forget, you actually got out of a bar from that, too.
Huh?
You actually were intoxicated, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
You sure? I'm pretty sure that was different.
Negative ghost rider.
All
Wait,
right.
we ain't sharing that shit. Hold on.
Well, she's telling me a different story then.
We
So
ain't
how many
sharing that
times did
shit.
you bone then?
Well, this is a whole different story now.
I think we should re-implement the T's. It's causing a lot of confusion.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, I didn't bone
Just to
nobody.
clarify, I was not intoxicated.
Yeah.
She was intoxicated. No, she was not drunk.
Let me just make a disclaimer. We do not promote drinking while under.
Drunking.
Drunking?
No.
Nor flipping off police
flipping
officers.
Oh, yes.
Don't do that,
Cussing
kids.
them out.
Yes.
No honking out the cops either.
Yes.
Don't do none of that shit. Don't
Please
be dumb
just be
like
a good
us.
driver. Be sober.
Be smart.
Yes.
You know what's funny? I need people to drive with me because then I'm just a better driver. Like,
Yeah.
I was very good with you in the passenger seat today.
Actually,
Yeah, I mean, you
that's
almost
very true.
rear-ended like 2 people today, but you did great.
But at one I do get distracted very easily.
Yeah, because it's me just singing in the car. I'm sorry.
But I said, you want me to text her?
Because you were just saying, I'm like, we're getting closer to that car. I
I'm
know
like,
we're
girl,
in
we are
traffic.
sitting up in some traffic.
I know, but I got that anxiety, and I don't want to get in an accident because I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
I would like food.
I got the food.
May I have more, please?
More the food.
I would like mountains of food.
Mountain. we were close to the mountains, though.
We sure were.
Mountains.
Yeah, we were in that
Mountains.
nice mountains.
Mountains.
Montanas.
Plantains.
Is
mountains.
that Mountains in Spanish?
Montana? Yeah. Montana. Yeah.
It's also a state.
Hecho, Montana.
Montana. The capital is Helena.
The more you know.
I did not know that.
Is it Helena or Helena? Helena. Helena Keller.
I didn't go to school. I can't read. I'm like offended right now.
It's so true. But we did have a good old time, and we love having Sam and Omar in town.
Yes.
We love being
Yeah,
here.
I live here.
Yes.
Yes. And you and I have been cranking away the YouTubes. You know where to find Sam on the YouTubes. LPiddy, where can we find you on the YouTube?
LyricalShorty.com.
Down. Yeah, so we should be buying those fucking domains. Shit.
Right?
You can sub to me at jonjonlennon.com. You can follow me on social media at jonjonlennon.
I'm out LPiddy. And
She's out LPiddy.
I'm out to LPiddy. I also created a TikTok. Let me tell you my name.
Oh, cute.
It's at LPiddy8 because I didn't get LPiddy.
There's another motherfucking LPiddy.
Well, clearly 7 more.
7, you're 8. LPiddy 8.
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram at
Ooh.
Sam_is_me and the number 1.
Ooh, numero uno.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's exactly right. You can, of course, find hashtag that podcast all over social media.
Media.
Sam and Omar, thank you for being on this week's episode.
Thanks
Thanks
for
for
having
having
us.
Yes. And of course, Sam and Omar are not only friends, but they're also loyal listeners.
You.
So we love them. We just love them.
And we love you guys.
Oh, we love you more though.
No, I don't
Remember, we have a huge announcement coming up. We're going to be announcing this Saturday.
Yes.
More information on our live show.
Oh, I was like, wait, we're doing live on Saturday?
Live.
I couldn't.
We're announcing the live show.
I think I'm running on only like 6 hours of sleep because somebody went to bed at like 1 in the morning.
6.
Yeah.
Yes, we
I
did.
didn't stay up that late.
We just joined.
Yeah. I got home at like midnight. It was great. I felt so fancy.
No, we were all being young at heart yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys will see a new episode from LPiddy and I this Saturday. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media. My name is Jon Jon,
That might be LPiddy.
and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Follow my TikTok. Keep going. You got it. Keep going.
Yo!
Bye.